next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. The home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived in another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
We go from Las Vegas. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Think about the strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Now wide to Jacobs. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 3rd down. Carr. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Parker, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Christian Kirk, 45 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first here in Vegas. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Goodwin as he's tackled at the 15. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Justin Madubuike. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. More offense heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Kirk, complete. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Carr now on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Faster, and now on second and goal, back even further. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. But hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option, it's Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. He will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. There's just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Baltimore about just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire day. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw with Carr. The open man here, Renfro.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now. 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dobbins running out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
He was brought down by Marcus May.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they run with Edwards off the option. Edwards a 1st down and more.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Gus Edwards.
31 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think he earned himself a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want him to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Carr. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The Ravens on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Raiders heading out to take over.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw and deep for Adams.
third and short. Drake, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes just a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Second down, Jacobs once more. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Ravens ready to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson now. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
To throw again is Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make this a 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington football team. Antonio Gibson, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, a touchdown pass in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football. But still, not bad for one half of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And down he'll go at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the